These seem to be the shifts of value creation from old architecture to new. And I call this thing onlyness. And what I'm trying to celebrate in that language is that each of us is standing in a spot in the world only you're standing in. It's a function of your history and experiences, visions, and hopes. It is both everything you've been and done, but also what you deeply hope for the world, both present and future. And it's from that place in which we create value. And when used as an organizing principle, it allows you to actually figure out how to tap into the inherent talent of each person, align them based on a much deeper purpose than money, and then figure out how to galvanize action as one. Now, I think this is actually the biggest thing that will unleash a set of ideas, because I don't know how many of you have ever been told you're too weird or too wild. Like you've sat at some table, and for whatever reason, maybe you were the youngest person at the table, or maybe you were the person with the greenest hair, right? Whatever it was, there's been times when you've been told you're too weird or too wild for this. And so we really don't want to hear that original idea. I happen to have grown up in tech, and specifically in Silicon Valley. And I find sometimes that when I work and operate within that world, I feel like all they're ever looking for is one particular way of good. It's as if the only type of cake that could possibly be good is chocolate cake with buttermilk frosting, which, by the way, is really good. But it's like suggesting that cupcakes aren't good, or galette de roi are not good, or pies. We would completely miss out on the category of pies. So when I think about tech, just my own experience of tech, I often sit there and think, I think about women get something like 4% of all the venture funding. People of color, if you add that factor in, go to 1.5%. And I'm absolutely convinced, just based on all the people I know within the sector who are doing really interesting things, it's not for the lack of ideas, it's that we're looking for the chocolate cake with buttermilk frosting. And if it doesn't walk in with chocolate cake and buttermilk frosting packaging, we're going to look at it much like that organization looked at Ondit and goes like, dude, like that's not what we ordered, right? And so this is to me what I think we're missing in terms of an economic engine and prosperity if we're only trying to fit into a particular mold. Now you're all hungry for pie, right? Because I am.